Welcome to Fashionable Trash Talk. I'm your host, Ashley Aliyah, where we discuss all things fashion. Don't forget to subscribe. On today's episode, we are covering Jordyn Woods, who I guess would be considered a socialite out of LA. Also, I believe she's done some modeling, and I believe she may have done some acting as well. She's currently engaged to a player off of the New York Knicks. I think what's his name, like Carl Anthony or something like that. But the reason why I figured she would be so fun to cover is because she is in her wags era. And I'm not sure if you've seen any of my content lately, but I spoke about how a lot of the wags fashion has been a little bit underwhelming, if you will. And I feel like Jordyn is such a cute girl, but I feel like her fashion choices sometimes are very safe and not very memorable in the sense that it falls amongst what all the other girls are doing on social media as of late. But I feel like with her being in this new phase in her life, with being recently engaged and soon to be a wife, that this would be her time to shine on the court side. And I know that can be a little bit controversial to say, but as I stated in my video, is that courtside fashion and throughout the 90s, early 2000s was such a place for people to really kick off their careers as far as being in the fashion conversation. You would see such iconic looks. You saw what shoes were about to trend next, what handbags were about to trend next. And I don't think the girls are really capitalizing off of that as much as they should. And I think with all the girls, getting back into dating the NBA, NFL, MLB players and stuff like that, that the girls need to kind of, really lean into the opportunity of showcasing some fashion. So this video today is going to highlight how I would style Jordyn Woods if she were my client in this new space that she's in with her brand. And I'm just going to curate, a lot of little courtside looks, on the town type of looks, and show you guys how I would style her hair and her makeup, and of course the fashion if she were my client. So for the hair, I think that Jordyn picks good hairstyles. I don't think her hair ever looks a mess, but I would like to see her in a different color. I think she does. How can I put it? I want to see her in auburn, and I feel like she does like different shades of blonde, different shades of brown. It's like she's like very close to the auburn phase, but not quite there. Like she just won't pull the trigger. And I think this color would be so cute on her. And that's why I tried to show different variations of women with the hair color. Some women who are like similar complexions to her, just to show that it will look amazing on her, especially with like a lot of the hairstyles that she gets. I think this color would just set it off because, again, if you think about like back in the day with media and trends and stuff like that, hair used to be a major conversation when people switched their hair colors, certain styles. And again, with her and this additional spotlight with being a wag now, I just feel like this hair color would be such a conversation starter for her. And like I said, you could do so much with it. It would look amazing. Again, bobs, the long curly looks that she does, middle part, side part, updo, the little short cut type of situation, the braids that she traditionally wears, a nice bun look, messy ponytail, a very stylish ponytail. I feel like this color would just set off like a new era for her. Like I've seen a few girls getting it and it's like it looks okay on them, but I think that this is a color that will look amazing on Jordyn and really kind of push her to the front of the conversation about like what's next amongst the socialite girls. Now, for her makeup, again, Jordyn makeup also doesn't look a mess, but I feel like it's too much like in that good girl, clean girl aesthetic lane, and I would love to see her dial up the sex appeal through her makeup. Like I want to see her in more like sultry eye looks, like more sultry type of smoky eyes, just to make like that transition from I was like the good girl out of Cali or like the clean girl aesthetic into like I am a grown ass woman now. I'm about to be married. This is my brand. I had my little media run, a little bit of negativity, but I'm back. I'm about to have this rock on my hand with my NBA husband and stuff like that. Like, I just want her to like lean more into like her power image wise of where her career is now. I feel like everyone's trying to do like this sweetheart, goody two shoes S type of aesthetic. And it's just like, no, I want the bad bitch era to happen with like a lot of the wigs. Like, still be dressed to the nines, still have the hair being tea, but like the makeup, I don't know. I'm kind of bored with the clean girl aesthetic makeup, and I just want a little bit more. And I just feel like she has such, what do the girls call it? Like siren potential, if you will. And I just would love to see her lean into that more versus like that safe Cali girl type of vibe. Like, especially because, girl, you on the East Coast now. I'm from East Coast. Like, East Coast up north, like, we give it up. So I would love for her to lean into that more. Because I just feel like it's just such a missed opportunity for her. I think she would kill this type of vibe with her makeup. So let's get into the fashion looks now. I feel like all wigs, if you know, you know, deserve a Roberto Cavalli moment. So I saw these jeans and I was like, these are so cute. And I think these would be such a vibe courtside, you know. And so I paired it with this. So Jordyn doesn't show a lot of skin. What I noticed is like if she has her legs out, she's going to be completely covered at the top. If she's covered at the bottom, she may show like either a slither of midriff or she may show a little bit of cleavage, but she is not a person that's going to show a lot of skin. And so when styling, you have to keep in mind the comfortability level of a client and also the direction you would like them to go. So with this look, I could have chose a more provocative type of top, but I was keeping the client in mind. So with this look, I decided to do a non-traditional white button-up type style, but something that was more high fashion, but would still be in her comfortability zone. And I thought this white blouse that I found was like so cool and just fashion forward and quirky. You can wear it a bunch of different ways. And of course we had to, if you're courtside, you have to have a mean shoe game. So I decided to do like these fun feathered red pumps because I just felt like they would be just such a statement, great shoe to get candid shots of. If she was sitting courtside. Of course, we had to do the Louis Vuitton because these bags are having a moment right now. Everyone's pulling out their old ones from back in the day and it's making a statement. And I feel like it's just so on brand for her, especially with her affiliations with the Kardashians and stuff like that, back when the relationship was still good. But, you know, her and Kylie made up. So I think it's good to say, her not at the Kardashians because they had a very influential moment with these Louis Vuitton bags, and we brought it home with a nice pair of frames courtside, and also leaving when you get those paparazzi photos. I think this would be overall a really great courtside look that's still within her comfort zone, but very memorable and very fashion forward and has a lot of fashion staples within it. For this next look, I wanted her to have an all black moment. I love an all black moment. But with this, I wanted to make it very, as the girls like to say, that quiet, old money luxury type of vibe. I also miss like when women look like bosses, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like we don't really see too many fashion looks that exude power from women. So that's kind of what my thought process was behind this look. As I already said, Jordyn does not show a lot of skin and a lot of things. So I decided to play with the cleavage area with the neckline on the top and the top is pretty like form fitting as well. And I decided to do capris versus a full pant just to get like, that nice little peekaboo at the bottom of the leg and then all the action, and then pair that with a pair of pumps. But the pumps, on the heel, you see a little bit of drama there. And I also feel like it adds a little bit of sex appeal in the leg area as well. I felt like the handbag, again, the most expensive item with the look, kind of, that's what really solidifies that old money type of feel and boss energy to the look. And of course, with the Chanel frames, although they are new, it still gives like that 90s Chanel-esque type of vibe to it. And I just felt like this look is so cute. And I know some people may think it is a little mature in a sense, but I think there is a difference between like mature as in older fashion and mature as in I'm a grown-ass woman. And I think it's a difference from people who try with fashion and when it comes effortless, and I feel like this is one of like those effortless fashionable type of looks versus like people who you can tell just came into a few dollars when they dress with designer because it's always so gaudy versus I've been here a while and I'm used to the money I have and I invest in my pieces, and that's what this look just gives to me. Now, this look was styled in mind, again, for another courtside look. After this, I'm going to go into some different looks for other events and occasions. But this was more like a riskier, fashion-forward type of look. Now, the sex appeal in this look comes from the form-fittingness of the jumpsuit. Well, the cat suit. Like, it's going to be hugging, it's going to be giving, but it's also very fashion forward. And then we brought some of the orange out with the shoes, which are also very fashionable shoes. Not the traditional heels that you typically see the girls wearing. Of course, we had to pair it with the cute Baker Boy hat. And again, nice purse just to tie it in, something that's current and trending, and paired it with the earrings, because with the hat, more than likely the hair will be in a down type of style, and the earrings could just be very soft and subtle because everything else is so loud with the outfit that you don't want to be in a position where you are over accessorizing. But I love this look. I think it's cute. I think it's fashion forward. I think it's a conversation starter. And I think it's just something different from what we've seen traditionally worn on the court side as of late. For this next look, I had a lot of fun. You know how the socialite and influencer girls get invited to a lot of the media events, regardless if it's for like beauty launches, new TV shows, different things like that. Shoot, at this point, don't they have like Comic-Cons and stuff like that for events? I felt like this would be such an amazing look. I love the color. The color is bold. And the one thing I would love to see with Jordyn Woods is more memorable pieces, more conversation pieces. Regardless if people love them or hate them, I would just love to see her in the conversation more for her fashion and looks that we remember. I thought this dress was so much fun. And I filmed the shoes. And traditionally with a dress like this, I would go a little bit more subtle with the shoes because the dress is such a statement. But I just said, why not? Let's just have fun with it. Again, it's supposed to be a look that you remember. So that's why with the clutch, the earrings, and the bracelet, I went very classic and subtle, diamonds. And then we got to take it back to the Liz Taylor days where jewelry was also a conversation. So that's why I leaned into a lot of the Tiffany pieces, nods at Audrey Hepburn, with the drama in the dress, the Tiffany's, the color and things like that. And I just thought the clutch was very fun as well. To keep up with the drama of the dress and the shoes. So this was a very fun look to do. And like I said, would be a really fun media look as well. All right. So now we're on a date night look. Overall, I would love to see Jordyn Woods wearing more powerful colors. So that's why I chose red, because I feel like we don't see her in it often, but it's such a powerful but yet sexy color. I chose this dress because I love the leather and I love the cut in the cleavage area and along the neckline. I felt like that would be sexy. You get enough length, and it's fun, and it's also fashion forward. I also felt like it was very media friendly because, as you know, when a lot of celebs, socialites go out on the town for dates or regardless, there is always paparazzi there. And I thought this would be a very paparazzi friendly type of dress. Now, I'm not going to lie, my first thought was I would pair this with black. And then I said, this is one of those type of dresses, if you style it wrong, could look way more mature. than it needs to. So that's why I elected to go with the gold. I made it fun, I made it youthful, and I made it fashion forward. The shoes, I was like, okay, let's just add a little sexiness to it and have that wrap up the ankle a bit. That's cute. And I chose to do a lot of fun with the gold medals as far as the clutch. I did the heart because traditionally, hearts are red traditionally. So I was like, oh, how cute would that be to get like a gold heart for the bag to pair with the red dress. And then with the earrings, of course, it's always nice to have a Chanel moment. And then we did the cuff bracelet. And I was just like, this is just so cute. Very adult, very mature, very much going into her wife era while still looking youthful, sexy, but fashion forward, and like she's deserving of being in the spotlight while wearing very powerful colors. Here we are with another date night look. Now for this look, I decided to do a nice little chocolate brown. As you see, the dress is cute, sexy, fun, have the feathers at the bottom. Honestly, Sex and the City really inspired this look for me. I love a cute but sexy date night, but that has that New York type of feel. So that was the inspiration behind the dress. I did a simple mule for the shoes. Didn't want to overdo it because I kind of envisioned like Carrie's closet, like how like a lot of scenes, she just slipped the shoes on and was out the door. I kind of wanted the outfit to have that type of feel. And of course, we didn't have any Chanel handbag moments with any of the looks, so I figured this was the perfect look to do that with. And then the jewelry, I just wanted something very subtle but still fashionable. And I think the earrings and the necklace brought the look together perfectly while having like a nice feminine but still sexy touch to it and still being classy. I really like this look. And for our last look is a red carpet look. I cannot lie. I was online looking at pieces and I seen this dress and I was so enamored and captivated by the color. I don't think I've seen a lot of the girls wear this shade of blue on the red carpets, and it also just gave me like such a like Cinderella fairy tale-esque type of feel. So I was like, I have to style this. And so for the shoes, I wanted something very simple. Usually I probably would have paired it with a more expensive shoe, but surprisingly it was very hard to find a silver shoe with a very, very thin strap. All the straps were a little too thick, so that's why I ended up going with this heel, because I just want people to get lost in the gown, and the shoe was just, just because you have to go outside in shoes at this point. But then I paired it with the perfect clutch, necklace, and earrings, and I'm just like, I love this look so much. Like I said, the dress, it just is so beautiful. The way the fabric falls, the color, I feel like it's just such a captivating gown. And I think this will be a look that Jordyn will look beautiful in. And so overall, this is the last of all the looks that I styled. I think she will look amazing in all of them. My goal was to truly try to establish a personal style while still holding true to a lot of things that I see that exist in her style already, but get her more looks that will push her more to the forefront in the fashion conversation versus blending in with the crowd, and us just kind of forgetting the looks after we kind of scroll past the photo on social media. But this is the end of the episode. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you like the looks or not, if you would style her differently, who you guys want to see me do next. Until next episode, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on LTK to shop all of my style boards. Make sure you follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok at Ashley2_Aliyah. And you also can shop my Shop My account as well. To book me for styling services, you can visit my website, www.ashleyaliyah.com. To shop my boutique, you can visit www.richbitchcollection.com. If you are in Philadelphia, Delaware, the counties around Philadelphia, or New Jersey area, you can book me for makeup services at www.sincerelyashleyb.com, and you also can shop my cosmetic line. Thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my playlist to binge watch my videos.